work 12-hour shifts, they comfort the dying, they deliver new lives, and today is their day. It's International Nurses Day 2026. Out of Cameroon, M23 rebels have reportedly withdrawn from several towns in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as regional and international pressure mounts for ceasefire. And in sports, the under-17 Lions of Cameroon are set for their final phase of preparations in Morocco as they gear up to face Ivory Coast on May 18, 2026. Details of these stories and more only on News Hour. Hello dear viewers, you're welcome to today's edition of News Hour on Royal Television. We beam live from Boya. For presentation, my name is Frida Lena. As we told you in one of our top stories, our nurses, our future, empowered nurses, save lives. This is the theme chosen today as nurses have observed the International Day of Nurses. Boya was not left out as a march parade and week-long activities have crowned the day today. Honorin Cheng has the details.
Nurses in Cameroon today have joined their peers all over the world to observe International Nurses Day. This day is championed by Florence Nightingale.
Nursing has come a long way. Today, we are commemorating the birthday of the mother of nursing, Florence Nightingale, the 12th of May. And she is a mother of modern nursing. She actually brought nursing from far unto where nursing is now documented. That is in geology, and it's a profession on its own.
Nurses tirelessly offer their service to humanity in different ways, especially through care, support, and love.
But they have been groomed and trained to handle a patient as a whole, holistic care. You look at a patient who comes with a headache, look at a patient who comes with raised blood, the doctor will treat the headache and treat the raised blood. The nurse will go as deep as looking at what has caused this headache, what has caused this high blood.
According to the chief nurse and the general supervisor of the Boya Regional Hospital, Malika Ekeme, nurses have had week-long activities that will culminate today with sharing of gifts to patients.
Yes, it's a week-long activity that started last week Tuesday. We have had a lot of activities. We have had seminars, we have workshops to take care of the patients, look at the gap, what we have today, and see how we can bridge it so that we can give the maximum care to the patient. We have also had workshops to help us take care of ourselves. Remember, if we are not healthy, if we are not mentally balanced, we can't offer the best to our patients.
Besides their importance, nurses go through challenges, but they have been enjoined to keep the flame burning.
Enkindle hope that will bring courage, that will show love, that will show kindness, that will make the patient smile, that will make the patient forget of the problems. This is the life we're talking about today.
On this note, every family should train a nurse because nursing is a vocation and not a profession, she reiterates.
This year, the theme is our nurses, our future, empower the nurse, saves lives. I want to assure you that nursing has come a long way. It started with people being recognized in the community with that attitude of caring, and they were there to take care of the vulnerable, sick. Later on, there was a family something at that time. Later on, it became masterminded by the missionaries, where there were sisters in the missionaries, where you find mission hospitals today, who cater for the sick and the vulnerable, the community.
Besides working with the Holy Spirit as a nurse, it's important, their supervisor has emphasized the world needs them, their soft touch and kind heart, not leaving out their courage. A nurse, she sums, is a leader and counselor.
Honoring Cheng ending that report there. Still in health, Cameroon joins the rest of the world today to commemorate the International Day of Plant Health. The day is observed to raise global awareness on the protection of plant health, which helps reduce hunger and reduce poverty, as well as protect biodiversity. Natalie Juma tells us more about the day.
Without plants, there is no food, no oxygen, no medicine. Yet, plants face threats every day, ranging from pests to climate change. Today, May 12th, plant actors across the globe commemorate the International Day of Plant Health. The day is observed to raise global awareness on how protecting plant health can help end hunger, reduce poverty, protect biodiversity and the environment, as well as boost economic development in most communities. In the Southwest region, calls have been raised to protect plants as well as protect life. The day was declared by the United Nations to raise awareness on the need to protect and preserve plants, which plays a vital role in the well-being of habitats. According to the United Nations, up to 40% of food crops are lost yearly to pests and diseases, as well as strengthening food securities and economy. The day is usually characterized by plant exhibitions from agriculture students. Plant actors equally carry out activities to show farmers how to spot early signs of plant defects like cassava mosaic, banana wilt, and fall armyworms, and equally pest-devastating crops issue. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, MINADEL, also uses the day to urge farmers to buy certified seeds and report strange plant symptoms when noticed. As Cameroon joins the rest of the world today to commemorate the International Day of Plant Health, farmers and plant lovers have been called upon to check crops, buy clean seeds, practice healthy cultivation habits, and teach the next generation that green is life and the health of plants needs to be safeguarded.
On to other news. In Cameroon, bilingualism stands as a cornerstone of national identity. Rooted in history and reinforced by policy, the use of both English and French languages continues to shape the country's unity, governance, and global relevance. Sonita Nguni thrills us through the importance of bilingualism to a nation like Cameroon.
Bilingualism in Cameroon is not accidental. It is a deliberate effort to unite a people shaped by colonial influences from France and the United Kingdom. Its importance lies first in national cohesion. By promoting official languages, Cameroon seeks to bridge cultural and linguistic divides, fostering a shared sense of belonging among its citizens. In cities such as Yaoundé and Douala, bilingualism is increasingly visible in schools, businesses, and public institutions, creating opportunities for communication, collaboration, and economic growth. With objectives maintaining clear to guarantee equal access to services in both languages, promote inclusive governance, and equip citizens with the skills needed to compete on the global stage, in 2019, the government of Cameroon strengthened this vision with a law promoting official bilingualism and multiculturalism, which has led to the creation of the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism, tasked with ensuring the effective use of both English and French in public life and addressing imbalances where they exist. Despite these efforts, challenges persist on equal access to language education, and gaps in proficiency continue to limit the full realization of bilingualism, particularly in some rural communities. As Cameroon continues to evolve, bilingualism remains a vital tool for unity, inclusion, and development. With strong policy backing and national commitment, it holds the promise of transforming diversity into strength.
Sonita Nguni ending that report there. In a nation where unity depends on language, the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism is taking bold steps to ensure Cameroonians are served equally in French and English. Details in the following reports.
The Southwest representative of the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism, Dr. Mwalimo George Ngwane, has embarked on a walking tour of public institutions in the region to assess the use of Cameroon's 2 official languages. On one stop at the Southwest Legion and other military sector, Dr. Ngwane reminded men in uniform that effective communication in both French and English is not just a duty, but a legal requirement. He emphasized that investigations, translations, and public interactions must reflect equal respect for both languages without discrimination. Dr. Ngwane further urged the military personnel to remain civil and professional when engaging with citizens, stressing that bilingualism is a cornerstone of national unity.
During my interaction, we realized that we had a certain level of English language. But the most important challenge is for them to make sure that the users who are coming to the gendarmerie should be able to speak in either language, whether they want to speak in English or French, and French should not be imposed on the users who are coming here. We also recommended especially that they should go to linguistic centers to be able to improve on the English language especially. They should understand that they are in an area which is predominantly English, so the penetration of English language is very, very welcome.
On his part, Colonel Kola assured the Commission that the military will fully implement these recommendations moving forward.
It is a good initiative, and I want to express my gratitude to the Commission because they took time to come and sensitize us. So now we are aware of the necessity of speaking both French or English, and during the campaign they gave us a lot of advice on how we should welcome people here at the National Gendarmerie Legion. And I think during the coming days I will follow up so that we can improve on how to welcome people here.
As the Commission continues its outreach, hopes are high that similar visits to other public offices will reinforce fair treatment for all Cameroonians, ensuring that language never becomes a barrier to accessing public services.
Still on this sad page, veteran Cameroonian journalist Njomo Kevin, also known as Uncle Njomo or Pan Njomo by many, has gone to rest. Honorin Cheng zooms into his profile as a seasoned journalist and sports lover in the following report.
My brother go back in the way you did for Douala, you hear something? The whole is sweet.
Veteran Cameroonian journalist Njomo Kevin, fondly known by many as Uncle Njomo or Pa Njomo, has died. Pa Njomo was widely known for his long service in journalism, especially in broadcasting and sports reporting. He worked with CRTV and was also associated with Mount Cameroon FM, where he served as station manager. In a 2028 interview, he spoke about his upbringing in Kumba, his education in the Southwest region, and his deep love for journalism, religion, music, and tennis. Over the years, Njomo Kevin built a reputation as one of Cameroon's old-school media voices. His career was strongly linked to football commentary and the sports analysis. In 2020, the Mail and Guardian described him as a veteran sports journalist with over more than 40 years of experience covering Cameroonian football. He was also known for speaking frankly about corruption and the weaknesses in the country's football structures. Beyond journalism, Njomo Kevin also served in football administration. In 2017, he was appointed to the FECAFOOT Normalization Committee after FIFA intervened in the management of Cameroonian football. In recent years, He remained active through Jomo Kevin TV and the Dream FM, where he shared sports memories, cultural stories, historical reflections in what became known as Storytime with Uncle Jomo. The platform represented him as a media veteran, using storytelling to preserve Cameroon's social and sporting memory. His death is a major loss to Cameroon's media family, especially to those who grew up listening to his voice, learning from his knowledge of sports, and following his reflections on the country's past and present.
To be my angel, to guide me where I go. I want you by my side, be my girl. Mama
May the soul of Uncle Jomo rest in peace. If you are just tuning in, this is Royal Television and it is News Hour. We want to take you out of the country. M23 rebels have reportedly withdrawn from several towns in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as regional and international pressure mounts for ceasefire. And South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa says he will not resign as lawmakers move towards an impeachment inquiry over growing political pressure and allegations surrounding his administration. Details with Nanga Sonia.
Fighters from the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group have withdrawn from several areas of the violence-plagued Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The United States is attempting to enforce an unsuccessful peace deal between the anti-government M23 and the Congolese government in return for privileged access to the Eastern DRC's vast mineral riches. The M23 launched an offensive in December on the city of Uvira in the eastern province of South Kivu at a time when the DRC and Rwanda were in the process of ratifying a peace deal under U.S. mediation. The group withdrew in January under pressure from Washington, which on Friday again said the belligerents should respect the ceasefire. Early on Monday, M23 fighters left several areas north of Uvira near the border with Burundi, Rwanda's southern neighbor, the armed group told local officials. For more than 30 years, the mineral-rich Eastern DRC has been a battleground between various armed groups vying for control of its many mines. Since 2021, the M23 has seized swathes of territory in the eastern provinces of Ituri and North Kivu, bordering South Kivu. The seizure of Uvira marked a major expansion southwards into South Kivu of its sphere of influence. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced Monday that he will not resign from his position despite the establishment of an impeachment committee to re-investigate allegations that he committed serious misconduct by hiding the theft of more than $500,000 in cash, which had been stashed in a sofa at his game ranch. In a televised address to the nation, Ramaphosa said he would legally challenge a parliamentary report which found credible evidence of wrongdoings on his part, a process that is likely to significantly delay possible impeachment proceedings against him. He has faced calls from various quarters, especially opposition parties, to step down from his position while these processes unfold. His announcement came a few hours after the South African Parliament said it would establish the impeachment committee in compliance with a decision of the country's highest court last week that the report should refer to an impeachment committee. His decision follows a ruling by the top constitutional court on Friday saying a 2022 parliament vote that blocked impeachment proceedings against Ramaphosa over the scandal was unconstitutional. At the time of the vote, Ramaphosa's African National Congress party had a majority in parliament. The vote was held despite an independent report finding evidence of wrongdoings by the president in allegedly not properly reporting the theft to police and trying to keep an investigation to recover the money secret. Allegations against Ramaphosa were first made by a former head of state Take 2. The allegations against Ramaphosa were first made by a former head of South Africa's State Security Agency who walked into a police station in 2022 and accused the president of money laundering and other offenses over money. It emerged the theft happened in 2020 and had been kept secret. Ramaphosa denied wrongdoing and said the money in US dollars came from the legitimate sale of buffaloes in his ranch. However, questions arose over the source of the money and why it was hidden in a sofa. In 2022, independent reports said there was legitimate doubt over the source of the money and some evidence that the amount was more than $580,000, Ramaphosa claimed. It also said Ramaphosa had used the head of his Presidential Protection Unit and others to surreptitiously try and track down the suspects.
Let's now talk sports on News Hour today, where the under-17 Lions of Cameroon are set for their final phase of preparations in Morocco as they gear up to face Ivory Coast on May 18, 2026, counting for the under-17 Africa Cup of Nations tournament. Details with Sonita Ngui.
After a series of friendly matches played both at home in Cameroon and abroad in Morocco, the under-17 Lions of Cameroon are now entering a crucial stage of their build-up with stadium training sessions scheduled for today. Under the guidance of head coach Alioum Seydou, the team has also completed all necessary administrative and eligibility checks, ensuring a smooth participation in the tournament. This marks Cameroon's 10th appearance in the competition, a testament to the country's strong youth football tradition. Drawn in Group B of the competition, the Lions will begin their campaign against Ivory Coast tomorrow, May 13, 2026. With 2 titles already secured in 2003 and in 2019, expectations remain high for the team to once again make a strong impact on the continental stage. The Under-17 African Cup of Nations will run from May 13 to June 2nd in Morocco, with Cameroon aiming to add a 3rd title to its record.
And still in sports, Africa's athletics future has taken center stage after the Confederation of African Athletics officially confirmed Botswana, Mauritius and Algeria as hosts of major upcoming continental championships, with the competitions expected to play a key note in developing the sports across the continent. Details in the following report with Kusona Claudia Voma.
According to the announcements made by the CCA, Botswana will host the 2028 African Senior Championship, while Mauritius has been awarded the rights to organize the 2030 edition of the competition. In the youth category, Algeria will host the 2027 Africa Under-18 and Africa Under-20 Championship, an event expected to bring together Africa's most promising young athletics talents. The decision formed part of CCA's broader strategy to expand athletics development throughout Africa by allowing different nations the opportunity to host major continental competitions. Botswana's appointment continues the country's rise as an important athletics nation on the continent, especially following its recent success in international track and field events. Mauritius is also expected to benefit from increased sports tourism and improved sporting infrastructures ahead of the 2030 championship. For Algeria, hosting the Youth Championship represents another opportunity to strengthen grassroots athletics and provide a competitive environment for young athletes preparing for future global competitions such as the Olympic Games and the World Athletics Championship. The upcoming events are expected to attract top athletes, coaches, officials and supporters from across Africa as the continent continues efforts to strengthen its presence on the global athletics stage.
They work 12-hour shifts, they comfort the dying, they deliver new lives, and today is their day. It's International Nurses Day 2026. Out of Cameroon, M23 rebels have reportedly withdrawn from several towns in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as regional and international pressure mounts for ceasefire. And in sports, we told you that the under-17 Lions of Cameroon are set for their final phase of preparations in Morocco as they gear up to face Ivory Coast on May 18, 2026. We end News Hour here today, dear viewers. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel, for another newscast on Royal Television. It has been a production of Sonita Nguni, technical assistance from Isa Abdullahi, general supervision from Alaji Bubasali, and presented by me, Frida Leina. See you tomorrow, God willing, and have a good night.
Proto professional chef and culinary instructor, and today